Hard times are not here to break you. They are here to shape you. They are not punishment, they are preparation. They are not proof that life is against you. They are proof that life is equipping you. Every difficulty, every setback, every disappointment is your training ground. It is the place where you are forged, where your strength is tested, where your discipline is refined. You cannot ask for greatness without being willing to endure the fire that produces it. You cannot dream of success without accepting the struggle that strengthens you for it. Hard times are not the end of your story. They are the classroom where you learn how to carry the weight of your destiny. If you pay attention, you will see that everything in nature agrees with this truth. The tree grows its deepest roots, not in calm weather, but in storms. The athlete develops muscle not through comfort, but through resistance. The diamond is created not in ease, but under unimaginable pressure. Why do you expect it to be different for you? Why do you curse the challenge when it is the very thing sculpting the person you need to become? If you run from hard times, you run from your own greatness. If you embrace them, you discover that the challenge was never your enemy. It was your trainer. Your attitude toward difficulty determines whether it weakens you or strengthens you. If you complain, you forfeit the lesson. If you endure with faith, you absorb the lesson. Attitude is the steering wheel of your soul. A bitter attitude drives you into despair. A disciplined attitude drives you into wisdom. Two people can face the same crisis. One collapses, the other conquers. The difference is not the crisis. It is the lens through which they see it. When you see your hard times as training, you begin to approach them with gratitude instead of resentment, with courage instead of fear, with discipline instead of defeat. Communication with yourself in the midst of hard times is the fuel of resilience. Life will shout at you with voices of doubt, whisper to you with lies of failure, tempt you with excuses to quit. But your inner voice must be louder, stronger, clearer. You must speak to yourself with words that keep you moving. This is not the end. This is my training. I am learning, I am growing, I am becoming. Words are not decoration, they are direction. And in hard times, the direction of your life is decided by the dialogue you have with yourself. Feed yourself weakness, and weakness will win. Feed yourself strength, and strength will rise. Discipline is what turns hard times into holy ground. Without discipline, pain is wasted. With discipline, pain is transformed. When life gets heavy, most people drop their habits. They stop reading, they stop training, they stop pursuing. But the disciplined increase their effort. They double their commitment. They use difficulty as fuel. Discipline says, even if I am tired, I will rise. Even if I am hurt, I will keep building. Even if I am discouraged, I will keep moving. That is how hard times become the foundation of greatness, not by waiting for them to end, but by disciplining yourself to grow within them. Mindset is your shield when the world tries to crush you. The weak mindset asks, why me? The strong mindset asks, what is this teaching me? The weak mindset curses the trial. The strong mindset thanks the trial for its lesson. The weak mindset looks at the obstacle and sees a wall. The strong mindset looks at the obstacle and sees a ladder. Your mindset does not change the size of the challenge, it changes the size of you within it. Hard times are not training your circumstances, they are training your mind. And when your mind becomes unshakable, your life becomes unstoppable. Hard times reveal what comfort hides. In comfort, everyone looks disciplined. In comfort, everyone looks faithful. In comfort, everyone looks strong. But when hardship comes, masks fall off. Your true self steps forward. Weakness is exposed, but so is potential. You discover capacities you never imagined. You discover patience deeper than you thought possible, endurance longer than you thought you had, strength greater than you believed. Hard times are mirrors, they show you who you really are, and they dare you to become more. Do not envy those who avoid struggle, for their roots are shallow. When the storm comes, they will fall. Envy instead the one who has endured much, for their roots go deep. They may look scarred, but those scars are proof of survival. They may look weary, but that weariness is strength disguised. The people who inspire you are not those who had it easy, but those who endured hardship and refused to surrender. And one day, You will be that inspiration for someone else if you refuse to waste your training. Remember, every challenge is a choice. Not a choice of whether it comes, but a choice of how you respond. You can collapse, or you can climb. You can complain, or you can conquer. You can curse, or you can create. Hard times put you at a crossroads. The road of weakness leads to bitterness and regret. The road of strength leads to wisdom and wealth. Choose the road of strength. Even when it is harder, even when it is longer, even when it is lonelier. For that is the road that makes you unshakable. And know this, the strength you build in hard times is not temporary. It is permanent. The lessons will outlast the pain. The wisdom will outlast the trial. The character will outlast the storm. When the difficulty passes, what remains is the stronger version of you, the wiser version of you, the more disciplined version of you. That is why hard times are your training ground. Because once you have passed through them, nothing can take away what you have become. So when the storm comes, and it will stand tall, do not run, do not hide, do not surrender. Plant your feet, lift your head, and declare, "This is my training. This is my preparation. This is the fire that makes me gold." Hard times are not here to destroy you. They are here to prepare you for a destiny far greater than comfort could ever give. Hard times are the weight room of the soul. Just as the athlete does not grow stronger without resistance, you will not grow stronger without trials. The barbell must press against you for your muscles to expand. The storm must press against you for your spirit to rise. Without resistance, there is no growth. Without challenge, there is no maturity. Without hardship, there is no depth. Do not curse the weight pressing on you. Thank it, because it is building strength you will need tomorrow. The mistake most people make is believing strength is built in the moment of comfort. But comfort never forged greatness. Comfort dulls the edge of your hunger, softens the sharpness of your discipline, and numbs the urgency of your vision. Hardship awakens what comfort puts to sleep. It wakes up the warrior in you. It stirs the hunger in your belly. It reminds you of the urgency of time. Comfort whispers, "You can wait." Hardship declares, "You must rise now." That is why the strongest are rarely the most comfortable. They are the ones who embrace the hardship as fuel. Attitude is your compass in the wilderness of adversity. Two people can face the same desert. One sees endless sand and gives up. The other sees the horizon and keeps walking. The desert is the same, but the vision is different. If your attitude is poisoned with negativity, every step will feel heavier. But if your attitude is charged with determination, every step will become proof of your endurance. You cannot control the desert, but you can control your compass. And if your compass is set on growth, then even in the desert, you are moving closer to destiny. Communication with yourself during hard times must be fierce. When your body aches, when your spirit trembles, when your mind screams for relief, you must become your own coach. You must shout into the silence of your pain. Keep going, keep breathing, keep fighting. Do not let your inner voice betray you. Do not let it turn into the voice of the enemy. Train your self-talk to be your ally. Train it to call out your strength, to remind you of your vision, to anchor you in your why. If you lose control of your inner dialogue, you lose the battle before it is fought. But if your voice speaks strength, then even in your weakness you will keep moving. Discipline is what turns adversity into advantage. Without discipline, hard times break you. With discipline, hard times build you. Discipline is the bridge between pain and progress. It is the decision to keep routines alive even when motivation is dead. It is the refusal to let fatigue dictate your choices. It is the courage to keep promises you made to yourself when you were inspired, even after inspiration has left. Discipline is how you tell life, "You can test me, but you cannot defeat me." The disciplined are not spared from hardship. They are simply stronger inside it. Mindset is your shield against despair. The mind without discipline sees hard times as the end. The mind trained in discipline sees hard times as training. One says, "This is too much." The other says, "This is making me more." One says, "I am cursed." The other says, "I am being shaped." And which voice you choose to believe will decide your outcome. Build a mindset that looks at challenges and says, "Thank you. You are my gym. You are my teacher. You are my ladder to greatness." For when your mind is unshakable, no storm can collapse you. Hard times separate the shallow from the strong. In easy seasons, everyone looks committed. In easy seasons, everyone looks faithful. In easy seasons, everyone looks disciplined. But when the storm comes, the difference is revealed. The shallow crumble. The strong endure. The shallow look for escape. The strong look for lessons. The shallow shrink back. The strong rise up. And it is in those moments that destiny is decided. Greatness is not given to those who collapse at the first sign of resistance. It is given to those who stand unyielding when the winds rage. Hard times will also test your patience. You will want quick answers, quick victories, quick relief. But the deeper the lesson, the longer the process. The seed does not grow into a tree overnight. The sculptor does not carve the statue in a single stroke. The diamond is not created in a moment. Strength requires time, and patience is the furnace where that strength is formed. Impatience will tempt you to quit, to give up before the transformation is complete. But patience, armed with faith, will carry you through. Learn to wait with strength, not with weakness. Learn to endure with dignity, not with despair. And understand this: hard times are not permanent. No storm lasts forever. No winter lasts forever. But what you become during the storm, what you become during the winter, that is permanent. That is the gift of hardship. It will not last, but what it builds in you will. The storm will end, but the strength will remain. The winter will pass, but the roots will stay deep. That is why you must not fear hard times. They are temporary teachers of permanent lessons. So when life presses against you, do not ask for the weight to be lighter. Ask to become stronger. Do not beg for the storm to be softer. Ask to become sturdier. Do not wish for an easier life. Wish for a greater spirit. For it is in the fire of adversity that the strongest steel is forged. And when the fire is over, you will not only have survived, you will have become unshakable. Hard times will come as storms, sudden and violent, disrupting the calm of your life. They will come as droughts, long and exhausting, testing your endurance when nothing seems to grow. They will come as winters, cold and isolating, when the world feels silent and progress invisible. But you must understand, every storm waters the seed. Every drought strengthens the roots. Every winter prepares the spring. Nothing you endure is wasted. Every season of hardship carries within it the code of your development, the secret of your growth, the blueprint of your strength. The question is not whether you will face these seasons. The question is whether you will endure them long enough to inherit their reward. The reason many fail is not because life was too hard, but because they quit too soon. They left the gym of hardship before their strength could be built. They left the classroom of difficulty before the lesson was learned. They fled the battlefield of trial before victory was won. And because they quit, they never discovered what was waiting on the other side. But you, if you endure, you will. If you persist, you will taste the fruit of your struggle. If you refuse to quit, you will stand one day in the strength you once prayed for. Attitude in hardship is like the lens of a camera. A broken lens distorts the picture. A clear lens reveals the truth. If your attitude is broken, every challenge will appear larger than it is. Every setback will look like an ending. Every delay will look like a denial. But if your attitude is clear, you will see hardship for what it truly is. Training, preparation, a process of refinement. Life is not against you. Life is shaping you. And once you shift your attitude, you shift your destiny. Your words in the fire of difficulty will either quench your spirit or keep it alive. Do not speak defeat. Do not declare endings. Speak life into your struggle. Speak strength into your soul. Tell yourself, this will not break me. This will build me. I am not at my end. I am at my beginning. The words you choose are not just sounds. They are signals to your spirit. And your spirit, hearing them, will rise or fall accordingly. Speak as the person you are becoming, not the person you are escaping. Discipline is the muscle that hardship trains. Every day, you continue your routine. In the midst of difficulty, you add another layer of steel to your soul. Every time you keep your commitments while life tempts you to abandon them, you fortify your character. Every time you move forward without motivation, you deepen your resilience. Discipline in hard times is not about achievement, it is about survival. It is the anchor that keeps you from drifting. It is the spine that keeps you standing. Without discipline, hardship will scatter you. With discipline, hardship will strengthen you. Mindset is the light you carry into the cave of difficulty. Without it, you stumble. Without it, you panic. Without it, you believe the darkness will never end. But with the right mindset, you can walk even in the deepest valley with courage. You know the darkness is temporary. You know the cave is shaping you. You know every step you take in the dark is preparing you to shine brighter in the light. The mind without perspective collapses. The mind with perspective conquers. Build a perspective that looks at hardship and says, "This is my training ground. This is my gym. This is where I grow." Hard times strip away illusions. They take away the applause of the crowd, the comfort of ease, the distractions of luxury. And when everything is stripped away, what remains is you. You face yourself in the mirror of struggle. You discover who you are when nothing is left to lean on. And in that moment, you can choose to collapse or to rise. Struggle exposes weakness, but it also awakens strength. It humbles you, but it also empowers you. It tears you apart, but it also builds you anew. If you embrace the stripping, you will discover a version of yourself, more authentic, more powerful, more unshakable. Do not think that hard times are your enemy. They are your ally, disguised in pain. They are the teacher that refuses to flatter but never lies. They are the trainer who pushes you past your limits. They are the fire that burns away what is false, so that only what is true remains. Without them, you would stay shallow. Without them, you would remain fragile. Without them, you would never discover your depth. And this is the truth. The people you admire, the heroes you look up to, the leaders you follow, all became who they are because of their hard times. Not in spite of them, but because of them. Their courage was born in fear. Their wisdom was carved in mistakes. Their resilience was trained in storms. You are no different. The greatness within you is waiting to be unlocked by your struggle. The crown you seek is forged in the fire of hardship. The destiny you dream of is waiting on the other side of endurance. So when you face hard times, stop asking, "When will this end?" Start asking, "What is this teaching me? How is this shaping me? What strength is being built right now?" And when you can answer those questions with conviction, you will realize that you are not merely surviving hardship, you are being sculpted by it. And when the process is complete, you will stand as proof that nothing was wasted, nothing was pointless, nothing was in vain. Every tear, every trial, every test was training. And because of it, you will walk stronger, speak clearer, stand taller, and live greater. Hard times are the great equalizer. They do not care about your title, your background, your wealth, or your status. They strip you down to your core and ask, "Who are you really?" They pull away the illusions that money can protect you, that comfort can shield you, that connections can carry you. In the storm, none of that matters. In the storm, the only thing that stands is character. And character is not built when life is easy. It is built in the moments when everything shakes. If your roots are shallow, you will fall. If your roots are deep, you will endure. Hard times also reveal the difference between desire and decision. Many desire strength, success, greatness. But when hardship comes, desire fades. Desire is a spark, decision is a fire. Desire says, "I want to be strong." Decision says, "I will be strong, no matter what comes." Desire says, "I hope I can handle this." Decision says, "Even if I suffer, even if I fall, even if I crawl, I will rise." Hardship does not bow to desire, but it yields to decision. If you decide, truly decide, that nothing will break you, then nothing will. Your attitude in difficulty is the soil where your future grows. If you plant seeds of bitterness, you will harvest despair. If you plant seeds of gratitude, you will harvest wisdom. Even in pain, there is something to be thankful for: the lesson, the endurance, the growth, the chance to rise again. Gratitude in hardship is not pretending it doesn't hurt. It is acknowledging that even the pain has purpose. It is saying, "This may not be what I wanted, but I will make it serve me." And when you hold that attitude, even your scars will shine as reminders of strength gained. Your inner communication becomes louder than the outside world in hard times. The world may shout that you are finished, that you cannot rise, that you should give up, but the voice inside must rise higher. It must say, I am not finished. I am not defeated. I am not done. That inner voice must be your ally, your weapon, your anchor. Many are destroyed not because of the challenge itself, but because their inner voice agreed with the enemy. Guard your self-talk. Train it daily. Let your own words be the hand that lifts you, not the hand that drowns you. Discipline is tested most when you least feel like keeping it. In comfort, discipline feels easy. In hardship, discipline feels impossible. And that is where strength is built. When you continue your routine while the world collapses around you, when you stay consistent while everything tempts you to quit, when you show up despite the pain, you prove to yourself that nothing controls you. Discipline says, storms may come, but I remain. Discipline says, pain may visit, but I keep moving. Discipline is the quiet proof that you are stronger than circumstance. Mindset in adversity is your greatest weapon. A weak mindset magnifies problems. A strong mindset magnifies possibilities. A weak mindset says, this is too much for me. A strong mindset says, this is preparing me for more. The challenge does not change, but your interpretation of it changes everything. Mindset transforms pain into progress, hardship into hope, trials into training. Train your mind to see differently, and you will walk through the same fire that consumes others and come out refined, not destroyed. Hard times will also test your faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your vision, faith in tomorrow. When nothing looks like it is working, when all evidence says you should quit, faith is what keeps you moving. Faith is not blind optimism. It is the refusal to surrender to despair. It is the belief that beyond this valley, a mountain waits. That beyond this night, a sunrise will come. That beyond this pain, a purpose is unfolding. Faith is not proven in good times, it is proven in the fire. And when you hold faith in the fire, you become unshakable. Hardship strips away excuses. When life presses, you cannot pretend anymore. You cannot hide behind distractions. You cannot blame others. You cannot postpone growth. You either face yourself or you collapse. And in facing yourself, you gain clarity. You realize what matters and what does not. You realize who you are and who you must become. Hard times burn away the false so that the true can remain. And in that truth, you find freedom. Never forget, the greatest treasures are hidden in the darkest caves. Gold is mined from the earth. Diamonds are dug from deep pressure. Wisdom is born from deep wounds. If you avoid the caves, you avoid the treasures. If you avoid the pressure, you avoid the diamonds. If you avoid the wounds, you avoid the wisdom. Hard times hold within them the very gifts you have been praying for. Do not run from them. Enter them with courage. Endure them with faith. Rise from them with treasure in your hands and strength in your soul. And when you emerge, you will carry more than survival, you will carry authority. Authority comes only through endurance. People will listen to you, not because you never fell, but because you kept rising. They will respect you not because you were never hurt, but because you healed and kept walking. They will follow you not because your path was easy, but because your strength was proven in difficulty. Authority is born in adversity, and hard times are the birthplace of leaders. So embrace your training ground. Do not despise it. Do not wish it away. Every tear, every struggle, every sleepless night is your gym, your classroom, your battlefield. And one day you will look back and realize, those hard times did not destroy you, they built you. They carved you into someone stronger, wiser, greater. And because of them, you will be ready for the life you were meant to live. Hard times are the exam room of destiny. Every lesson you have studied, every principle you have rehearsed, every discipline you have practiced is tested when life throws its weight upon you. Talk is cheap until pressure arrives. Words are empty until storms hit. Plans mean nothing if they collapse at the first sign of difficulty. But when hard times come, they separate the pretenders from the persistent, the dreamers from the doers, the weak from the strong. The exam is not to shame you, it is to prove you, to reveal to you and to the world that you are ready for the next level. Without the exam, you cannot advance. Without the test, you cannot be trusted with more. Strength is not visible when the path is smooth. It is revealed when the road is rough. No one admires a sailor who boasts of calm seas, but the one who navigates storms, who keeps the ship steady when the waves crash and the winds howl, he earns respect because his skill has been proven. your life is the same. If you want to be respected, if you want to be trusted, if you want to be remembered, it will not be because you avoided hard times, but because you overcame them. Your attitude is the torch that lights your path in dark seasons. Without it, you stumble in shadows, convinced you are lost. With it, even the darkest valley becomes a passageway to growth. You must carry the torch of perspective. Tell yourself, this season is shaping me. This weight is building me. This pain is teaching me. Do not let your attitude become your enemy. If you surrender to bitterness, you turn the torch off. If you surrender to despair, you extinguish your own flame. But if you protect your attitude, if you guard it like gold, it will carry you through nights that would otherwise break you. The conversations you have with yourself in adversity must be disciplined. For in hard times, your inner voice will decide your outer actions. Many fall because they allow their inner dialogue to echo fear, doubt, defeat. They say to themselves, I can't handle this. This is too much. I should quit. And because they speak it, they live it. But the strong speak differently. They declare, I will endure this. I am learning through this. I will rise because of this. They program their spirit with conviction, and conviction fuels resilience. What you whisper to yourself in silence becomes the roar of your actions in the world. Discipline is not tested in the sunshine, it is tested in the storm. Anyone can keep habits when life is easy, but the disciplined are those who keep habits when life is hard. They wake when they want to sleep, they work when they want to quit. They stay steady when their emotions want to collapse. And because they persist, they grow. Discipline is the proof that you are stronger than your feelings, stronger than your fatigue, stronger than your fear. Without it, hardship will crush you. With it, hardship becomes your stepping stone. Mindset is the difference between being crushed and being carved. Two people can endure the same hardship. One comes out bitter, the other comes out better. The pain was the same, but the interpretation was different. One said, life is unfair. The other said, life is training me. One saw punishment, the other saw preparation. Your mind creates your meaning, and your meaning creates your strength. Guard your perspective. Refuse to let hardship be wasted. Refuse to let pain be pointless. Assign it purpose, and it will shape you instead of shatter you. Hard times reveal the truth of relationships. In comfort, everyone is a friend. In prosperity, everyone applauds. But in adversity, masks fall. The fair weather companions vanish, and only the loyal remain. Do not despair. When people leave in your hard times, it is life purging your circle. It is life showing you who is real and who is not. And while the pain of abandonment stings, it is also cleansing. It frees you from dependency. It sharpens your discernment. It makes you stand on your own. Hard times are not only your training ground, they are also the sieve that filters your company. Patience is the quiet strength demanded in adversity. The harvest does not come the moment you plant. The sunrise does not arrive the instant night begins. The reward does not appear the first day you endure. Hardship is a slow sculptor. It chisels away at you day after day, and you will be tempted to shout, when will this end? But strength is not built by escape. It is built by endurance. Patience says, I will keep going even if the reward is not yet visible. Patience says, I will keep building, even if no one notices. Patience says, I will remain faithful even when progress is invisible. And those who master patience discover that their strength grows in silence long before the world applauds. Do not envy those who appear to live without struggle. Their comfort may look appealing, but it is deceiving. Without resistance, they will remain weak. Without testing, they will remain shallow. And when storms come, as they always do, they will collapse. But you, if you embrace your hard times, will become unbreakable. Your scars will be your strength. Your pain will be your wisdom. Your endurance will be your crown. The very struggle you endure now will become the story that inspires others. And one day you will look back and realize the times you thought were breaking you were the times that made you. The nights you thought were endless were the nights that deepened your roots. The battles you thought were unfair were the battles that taught you how to fight. The training ground was never against you, it was always for you.